130 years for Lincoln Child Center. What does it mean?
We started off as an orphanage, and here we are. We are servicing children and families and communities in Alameda and Contra Costa County. That is tremendous and exciting work. Just really, it makes my heart swell, and as a social worker, I love it.
It's changed so much over the years, from orphanage to foster care to group home care to community-based services in schools, in communities. You know, that we've really paid attention to what the needs are, and we've been responsive to that, is I think really key.
Wow, it's been a long road to get to this place right here, right now for Billy Lee. He's only 17. His whole world before this?
Stealing, robbing, shooting, anything.
It wasn't good. He first got into trouble at 14, possession of a firearm.
And then I ended up doing a year.
Doing time was not fun.
It's just some place you don't want to be because you can't go nowhere, you got no freedom.
So are you comfortable talking about what's...
That was until this man, Tony Thurmond, and a program he runs for Lincoln called CEO Youth, came personally to Billy while he was locked away. Tony knew exactly what Billy needed because Tony had been there himself.
And if it weren't for people who invested in me in the same way we're investing in youth, I wouldn't be able to be a part of this interview or be a part of this work. We work with kids who've been arrested. We work with kids who've been in foster care. We work with kids who people have said they'll never amount to CEOs of anything.
The goal? To help Billy get going in a whole different direction.
You know, CEO Youth is a program that gives a young person a chance, and in some cases a second chance. And our belief is that any young person can be successful with the right supports, even youth who may have made bad choices in the past. This year we're serving 20 youth, and it's a paid job training program that has a theme of entrepreneurship.
I think it helped me change my whole attitude. Like, I mean, I used to, I didn't care about nothing really, so. But now I'm thinking about college and things like that.
Our kids are worth it, and CEO Youth is a program that gives everyone what we all deserve, a second chance.
It's all pretty dreamy to Billy. He smiles a lot now. People caring, working towards something big for himself, planning for his future.
They can help you a lot if you really put your heart into it. You just gotta, stay with it. And then I'm finna go to LA, go to college, That's where I'm planning to go. That's my dream.
I was financially drowning.
When Susan Bess learned her youngest grandson Alex needed medication for his severe medical condition, and it would cost more than her car payment, she thought that was going to be the end of her.
And I was just about tapped out. Prescriptions alone were costing me $900 a month.
For 11 years, this grandmother had been raising her grandchildren when her daughter just could not, doing it all on her own.
Sometimes was overwhelming, but you do what you have to do in life, basically. So you just keep moving on and going to work and taking care of the kids. It was very isolating, particularly since I was working 40 hours a week when I started and had 3 grandchildren. One was an infant.
A parent at Alex's school told her she should contact Lincoln Child Center's Kinship Support Services, that she really wasn't alone.
I really didn't know until I found Kinship how many people were in my situation and how much support there was out there.
Lincoln's Kinship specifically helps families like hers, caregivers that are not the parents. They help figure out how they can manage, how they can sleep at night, something Susan needed badly.
The stress level went down tremendously, yeah, just knowing that there was somebody else there and who understood. And there were times when my grandkids didn't understand why Mom wasn't there or anything like that, and when they came, they saw they weren't alone.
Susan quickly learned a lot just by coming into the Kinship office.
For caregivers, we do a number of things. We help them get the resources that they need, that they may not even know that they qualify for.
One is walk away.
Raising a child is expensive, and so we help them identify what resources are available. We make sure that the children have medical coverage. We help them with legal issues if they're not sure what role they're going to play permanently in this child's life. And we give them a support system that is only, people who are in this can only really talk to other people who had the same experience because it's so very different.
Alex's meds could be covered under Susan's insurance. She could even drop him here for a safe place to play when she needed a short break or even just to go to the doctor.
They're entitled to this because of that they live with you, and I didn't know.
For Carol and Simpson, it was a different kind of need. It was a nightmare phone call that no one ever wants to get. Her brother's 2 kids were abandoned by their mom in a hotel room.
I found out that they were left alone at the hotel. So I went directly to the hotel and I got the kids. I had been going through issues in my life with illness, and now I was taking on kids. Oh yeah, I did. I felt like screaming, but at the same time, I knew I had to do this for the kids. And through Kinship, I was able to find out that I was able to get guardianship of the kids. It's been a godsend.
There isn't a real exact definition of family, okay? It's whatever you make of it with your own situation. And it's been a wonderful help for us.
You're the color in my dream.
Everybody needs to learn, and especially in this type of way, because this is a special way to be, taught. I'll tell them it's the funnest place you'll ever be.
How come?
Because teachers supporting you, prizes for free.
When Dr. King finally arrived,
Work on discipline mostly, and trying to make their students the best they can be. So that's usually what I have been taught.
Gabriel speaks as a leader. He speaks as if he knows who he is and he knows what his power and potential is, even as a small child. And so we talk about our children as leaders today, not just sometime in the future, but leaders today.
They talk about their community. They uplift the children as African Americans and also, just people of color. They talk about all cultures, but they also really bring the children images, positive images of who they are in their books, in their lessons, in their Harambe circle.
We got it, we got it.
They bring some of the culture back. Respect. They respect the children. As you can see, they call them scholars.
That's the goal, a program devoted to learning and cultural enrichment that focuses on literacy.
They have to talk about some of the harder things, like the Trayvon Martin case. They have to talk about this. This is in their community. They see it. It affects them. They find positive spins on it so that they can see themselves in it and know that they're protected and they're okay.
Freedom Schools is a program that supports a community that is lacking. And either you pay us now or you're going to pay later. And so society has to make an investment up front. Otherwise, there's going to be a cost on down the road, and that cost is going to impact all of us.
I said we got it going on at the Freedom School.